What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. We have made it to Thursday, which means it's preview day. Jets, Dolphins, week 14, 3-9 against 5-7. Oh, that's the good stuff in December. Let's get into it. The preview show is powered to you by BetUS, the official sports book of the channel. The New York Jets are 6.5-point underdogs in this game. We will wait to the end of the video to make my picks for this week. Sign up using promo code YouTube150 and receive a 150% match deposit bonus on your first deposit over on BetUS. Get in on the action. Football season, at least the regular season, is just winding down now. But you have the playoffs. You can get in on the NBA, the NHL, whatever tickles your fancy. Sign up, YouTube 150 over at BetUS. All right, so as I mentioned, the Jets are 3-9. They are 26th in offense, 15th in defense. The defense feels a little deceiving, but that goes off of points. Miami Dolphins 5-7, 24th in offense, 14th in defense. So two teams. The Dolphins have a couple more wins, but in a similar pack offensively and defensively. So the Dolphins on Thanksgiving, right? That was the last time we saw them, on Thanksgiving. Sorry, my brain has turned into mush with this Jets season. Miami had a 3-game win streak snapped, scoring just 17 points in a road loss to the Packers. Tua put up a ton of yards in that game passing, but their offense as a unit just couldn't find their way into the end zone. They end up scoring 17 points in a loss. They are back home, though, against the Jets, who they absolutely, there's no way around it. The Jets got their ass kicked 2 times by the Dolphins. There was a 30-0 win at home. That game was horrendous. The Jets season was still technically, I'm going to say technically in air quotes, alive at the time. They needed back-to-back wins to hold out this hope that maybe Aaron Rodgers would come back at some point. And then at MetLife on Black Friday, 34-13, a game that was actually kind of close at the half, or right before the half, I guess we should say, before that disastrous Tim Boyle pick six. So, the Dolphins have kicked the crap out of the Jets the last couple times they played. If you want to find out the last time the Jets scored a offensive touchdown in Miami, you got to go back to November of 2021. It's a long time ago. How about the Jets' last win in Miami? 2014, Rex's last game. Geno Smith. Remember Geno at the end of the year in 2013 and 14 had a really nice game against Miami. He was like, oh, maybe something's here with Geno. It wasn't, unfortunately. Now, you might be saying, well, didn't they beat the Dolphins in 2015? Yes, but that game was in London, so technically not Miami. Last time the Jets won down there in Miami, we got to go Rex's last game. A decade ago. By the way, it sounds like there's a good chance that Sauce Gardner could miss this game with the hamstring. He missed the fourth quarter, or a decent chunk of the fourth quarter, against the Seattle Seahawks last week. And this is not a time where you want to be down your starting corner, your former 2-time All-Pro, with the dynamic duo of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Now, Tyreek Hill hasn't been nearly as dominant in years gone by. They did miss Tua Tagovailoa for a decent amount of time. That, I'm sure, had a factor in it. Jalen Waddle is, a really solid wide receiver, one of the better wide receiver 2s in the NFL. And they are very tough to go against with their speed, and the Jets will miss Sauce Gardner in this one. Quantez Stiggers came in and replaced Sauce at the end of the game, and unfortunately had a bad penalty against DK Metcalf. Really tough assignment, right? That's a really tough ask for a rookie to come in and play against, that wide receiver trio. And then it's, a week later, guess what? You got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Good luck to you. Not exactly getting easier for this Jets defense. Honestly, I feel like both of these defenses have struggled at points this year and have underwhelmed at points this year. I think there's talent on that side of the ball for both of these teams. So for me, it's coming down to which offense I trust more. And frankly, that's Miami in this one. I know they haven't been, the dominant force that we've seen them over the last few years. But, when Tua came back healthy, there was a few weeks in a row where they were beating up on bad teams. And, frankly, the Jets are not a very good football team right now. So I'll give you my stat predictions, then I'll do my score prediction and pick. For Rodgers, I'm going to go 22 of 35, 62.8%, 224 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks, a 90.7 rating. Tua, they usually like to throw it a little bit more. I'll go 25 of 38, 291 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 106.4 rating. And my prediction, I think Jalen Waddle has the big day. 2 receiving touchdowns for Jalen Waddle will be my guess. Jonnu Smith also is coming off a really big game. Jets aren't usually particularly great against the tight ends, so that's another player on Miami's offense that I'll give you to watch for in this one. Obviously, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devon A-Chain, Raheem Mostert. Like, I feel like they're the ones, even Odell, even just because he's a bigger name, not that he's been crazy productive for Miami. I feel like they get a lot of the attention, but Jonnu Smith has honestly been pretty good for them this year. As I mentioned, Jets 6.5-point underdogs in this one. I am not taking the Jets with the points. I'm going to take the Dolphins laying 6.5 points. I'll go 30-16. I think the Dolphins get over 30 points. I do think the Jets get in the end zone once. I think they kick a few field goals and then get it to 16 points. I unfortunately don't have a lot of faith in this team right now. And, we could debate whether wins or losses are more important for the Jets now at this point in their season as they've clinched their 9th straight losing season. Just bad matchup. The Jets close their season against Miami. I think they'll have a better chance to win at home, as we've seen. Now, granted, Green Bay is a significantly better team than the New York Jets, but it was a really cold weather game, so it's not like Tua and Mike McDaniel and them have really beaten the allegations that they can't play in cold weather. So in a January game, I think the Jets have a better chance. Not a guarantee that they win, obviously, but I just don't see them going down to Miami this week and being all that competitive, unfortunately. So I'm taking the Dolphins minus 6.5. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Thanks again, BetUS, for powering this video. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.